Hello, my name is Terri. This is beginner yoga. So I'm so glad you could join me. We're going to be doing about a 45-minute class. We're going to start standing up actually, and then we're going to finish the class on the floor. So if you've got a yoga mat, that's terrific. Otherwise, a nice comfortable rug will work too. So make sure you listen to your body and go at a range of motion that works for you. Everybody's different and our body changes from even week to week. So just pay attention to your body today. We're going to actually begin with some breathing. So I want you actually to put your hand on your belly. And we're going to close our eyes or just look down. Take a couple nice deep breaths. And just notice your breath for now. Notice if your breath is short or long, fast or slow, smooth or choppy. You want to breathe from the diaphragm, which is right there at the belly. If your breath is a little bit shallow, I want you to try and lengthen it. So take a nice long, deep breath. Keep it nice and quiet. We're breathing in and out through the nose. Good, we're going to do two more. It's nice to check in on your breath from time to time because we often get stressed and then our breath gets very rapid and short in the chest, and sometimes it'll get a little bit labored because we're anxious. So just from time to time during the course of the day, put your hand on your belly and just check in with your breath. And remember, we want a nice, slow, long, quiet breath. Wonderful. All right, so let's go ahead and start warming up the body. So we're going to soften our knees. We're going to stand nice and tall. We're going to sweep the arms up. And then on the exhale, you're going to bring your hands to chest. So let's do that again. Sweep the arms, take a nice long breath. Stretch the spine, bring your hands to prayer, and then exhale to the heart. Let's do two more of those. Inhale up, exhale down. And then this next one, we're gonna bend the knees a little bit. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to the heart, bend your knees. Come to a nice high squat. And then again, take a nice deep breath and stretch. Exhale to the heart, and maybe come a little bit lower. You're gliding your hips back. And then again, deep breath. And exhale down. We're going to add a little prayer twist here, going to the right. Take a deep breath in as you return to center. And then exhale to the other side. Good, and then come back to center. We're going to inhale all the way up, and we're going to do a standing twist. So take one hand forward, the other arm back. Just open up the shoulders, take another deep breath in, and then switch arms. Let's do a couple more of those. Inhale nice and tall. Good, exhale, twist. Now if you want to deepen the twist, you can always look back at the back arm. So you would twist and look behind. Good, inhale, lift, and exhale, turn. Good, and then inhale back up. Good, we're gonna take our time as we bring the arms down nice and slow so we can step our legs out wide. So we're coming to a comfortable straddle position. We're gonna again inhale up, taking the hands to prayer. And then we're gonna exhale, bend the knees, taking the knees in the direction of the toes, sinking down as the hands come to heart. And then as we release the hands, we're gonna inhale tall again. And then again, take your time, dropping a little bit deeper. Inhale, sweep, and exhale, lower. Remember, those knees are going in the direction of the toes. Inhale and exhale. Pressing those palms together. From here, we're going to 5-pointed star. So we're going to start to straighten the legs, and we're going to bring the arms to a V. So if you were looking at a clock, the arms would be right around 10 and 2 o'clock. And then as we bend the knees, we're going to bend the elbows, and we're going to take it to cactus. And then we're going to inhale, drawing it back to 5-pointed star. Exhale, bend and sink. 2 more. Inhale and stretch. And exhale, elbows and knees bend. Last one, take a deep breath. Good, and exhale down. And then from here, we're going to lower the hands to the thighs. We're going to hinge forward, and we're just going to do a dip. So dropping the shoulder. Coming back to center, dipping the other shoulder to the center. Good, return to center, dip the shoulder again. You have the option of taking the hand to the floor, maybe extending the free arm. Make sure those knees are bent as you come back to the thigh. Again, just an elbow, a shoulder dip is fine. Dipping that elbow or taking the hand to the floor. So you can keep the knees bent or extended. We're going to take both hands down. We're going to reach out for the ankles, forward fold. And then we're going to walk our hands up our legs, and you're just going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take your time. Walk your feet together. Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on balance now, and then we're going to work on some lunges. So we're going to start with our feet hip distance apart, and we're standing nice and tall. Good. We're going to take our hands, and we're going to inhale halfway, and we're going to shift all our weight onto one leg. So you can decide which leg you want to shift your weight. And then the other foot is going to either step forward. This is called 3/4 tandem feet. Or you can take the foot, cross it over in front of the other leg. And this is called tandem feet. This is a little bit wider. I've got some space between my heel and my toe. Makes it a little bit easier to balance. But I am on a balance beam, imaginary balance beam. And we're going to look about 6 feet in front of us. Try and balance. If you want a challenge, you can always slide the heel closer in to the toe. And you're going to need to really squeeze those inner thighs, engage that core. And then make sure you're looking out in front. We're going to open the palms and then draw the palms down. So you can stay right here, or you can challenge yourself by moving the upper body. Creating movement will make this more dynamic and more challenging. Let's do it 4 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Inhaling. And just remember, you can stand next to a chair, you can stand next to a wall or near a countertop if balance is a little bit of a challenge. We're going to exhale the arms just softly down. We're going to open up the legs again so we're hip distance apart. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So take a nice deep breath, lift nice and tall through the crown. We're going to inhale the arms halfway. You're slowly shifting your weight to the other leg. And remember, you can just come forward with the other leg. This is called the 3/4 tandem. So it's more like a railroad track that you're standing on. Or you can cross foot over foot. Or you can draw the heel all the way in towards the toe. And remember, you can rotate the arms, you can make a fist and reach the fingers out. You can do any kind of combination, maybe fingers up, fingers down. Just any kind of movement of the upper body would challenge the lower body. So just a few more breaths. Remember, you're looking about 6 to 8 feet in front of you. The body likes to go where the eyes go. So keeping your eyes fixed on one spot will really help when you're practicing your balance work. And we're going to take one more nice deep breath. We're going to relax the arms to our side. We're going to make sure we open up those legs. Good, shake it out. Good. So we're going to come to one end of our mat and we're going to work on low lunges. So we're going to start taking a nice deep breath, stretching up. And then we're going to fold forward, bend your knees, hands to the floor, step 1 foot back. And coming into a nice lunge, we're going to drop the back knee. Keeping that front knee over ankle, we're going to go into a crescent lunge. So we're reaching up towards the ceiling. And then from here, we're going to exhale down. We're going to walk the hips back. And then we're going to lift this front toe, folding forward. So this is a hamstring stretch for this front leg. But see how I'm just letting the hips drop? And then we're going to lunge forward, bring both hands to the inside. We're going to go ahead and pick up that back leg and go into a higher lunge. So we're going to stretch here. You have the option of taking the inside arm, reaching it up. And then exhaling down, we're going to go ahead and drop that back knee, walk the other foot in. Good, we're going to walk the hands so that the wrists are underneath the shoulders. We're right here in tabletop. Let's start our cat cow. Round in the back. Good, relaxing, curling as we lift the chin. Good, pull the navel to spine. And just move through cat and cow at your own pace. Good, we're going to come to a nice neutral back. We're going to take the one leg back, opposite arm forward. And if we can stay here, or you can extend and lift, reaching wall to wall. Of course, challenging your balance. Working on that core. So let's come down and try the other side. So the other leg extends back. Slide the other arm forward. Maybe you want to stay here. Or gently reach. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And then we're going to slowly exhale down. I'm going to take this right leg, I'm going to bring it out to the side. Good, and then I'm going to take the free arm and lift it. So I'm going to open up my shoulders, trying to stack not just my shoulders, but my vertebrae. So my rib cages are trying to stack one on top of the other, maybe even open up even deeper as you look up. But not only are you opening up the shoulders and stretching the spine, you're also working on the inner thigh. And what we're going to do is we're going to exhale this top arm down, and then watch very carefully, because we're going to go ahead and sink our hips back like we did earlier, dropping the hips back to deepen this stretch in the inner thigh. Some of you can maybe come down onto your forearms. And if you're really limber, you can extend the arms, drop the chest. But go where you feel comfortable. Remember, you can stay right here. This might be as far as you need to go. Good, and then slowly bring that leg back in. We're going to take both knees wide. We're going to sit back and walk our hands forward, child's pose. Good, now lift your head. Inhale back up, make sure your knees come back underneath your hips, and then the hands come back underneath. We're gonna take the opposite leg forward. So this was the leg that was out to the side, this one's gonna come forward. I'm gonna go into a nice lunge again, like I did earlier with the other side. We're gonna inhale up, crescent lunge. So think about reaching those fingers towards the sky as that knee comes over ankle. Some of you can arch, listen to your body, or just stay nice and straight and breathe. So shoulders are over hips. We're going to take our time as we exhale down. We're going to again walk our hands back, and we're going to lift the toe in that front leg. And notice how we're dropping the hips behind as we stretch our hamstrings. So everybody's going to be different. Maybe you need to stop here. Some of you can go a little deeper. And then we're going to take our time as we lunge forward. So we're trying to get that knee over ankle again. Good. Both hands come in, and we're going to tuck the back toe and go into a higher lunge. And then maybe taking one arm up. But remember, we're extending through that back heel. So if this is too much, just go back to the low lunge, crescent lunge. And then we're going to take both hands down. We're going to make sure that back knee drops. We're walking that foot back out. Good, making sure those hands are back. And we're going to go to the other side for our inner thigh stretch. So now we're taking this other leg out to the side. We're dropping the hips, coming in onto the forearms perhaps, or extending. Good. One more nice deep breath. Straighten the legs, get both knees underneath. Make sure your toes are tucked, and we're going to walk our hands forward, just one hand step forward, so we can go into our first wide down dog. So this downward dog, we're going to go ahead and pedal the heels. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and go drop down into plank. And we're going to go into pigeon. We're going to take our right knee, we're going to bring it in towards the wrist, open up that foot, Go ahead and slide down, come again to the forearms. This is a hip stretch. We're going to stay here for at least 15 seconds. And then we're going to go ahead and slide that front leg back. We're going to go back up into our downward facing dog. We're going to go ahead and pedal those heels. And then we're going to slip those toes back so we're back in plank. A strong plank. Take that knee into the chest. Cross the foot over as we slide down. Make sure your hips are square. Starting nice and slow onto the forearms first. Some of you can take it deeper. But you're listening to your body. So start slow and move into a deeper stretch. Good, take your time as you come back onto your hands. Good. Now I'm going to turn it so that I can sit back on my hips and turn so that both knees are facing the same direction. So I'm sitting up nice and tall, but both knees are turned towards the right. I'm going to actually twist to the right. It's called the deer pose. I'm going to look over my shoulder. As you return to center, just lift the knees and go ahead and flip to the other side. Sit up nice and tall. Take opposite hand to knee. Your other hand's your kickstand. You're taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale and turn. So a nice easy twist for the spine. Good, now return to center, lift the knees again. We're gonna bring the soles of the feet together, do a little gentle butterfly, so you're relaxing your hips and just gently allowing those knees to relax and loosen up. And then maybe fold forward. Of course, as you relax, you can usually stretch a little bit deeper. We're going to go ahead and bring the knees together, turn lengthwise, and we're going to bring the feet out in front of us. So we're going to work on core right now. So I want you to sit up nice and tall, take your hands underneath your knees, point your toes, gently pick up the feet, finding your sit bones. We're in a nice long spine, maybe picking up one leg, maybe the other, maybe both, gluing those legs together. This is called the boat pose. Those who have been doing yoga a little longer can go extend the arms out so that your fingers are reaching towards your toes. You're working the core muscles to be nice and lifted. So the heart is lifting, you're not collapsing. Trying to stay nice and tall, and then we're going to go ahead and lower the feet. And now the hands are going to come to the hips. We're going to scoot the hips forward towards the heels. Take your time as you roll down onto your back. So we're relaxing the spine. The ankles are under the knees. We're going to take a nice deep breath. Pull the navel towards the spine. Gently start to raise the hips as you transfer your weight to your shoulders. Here's the bridge. We're We're going to stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. It's a wonderful exercise to strengthen the lower back. Make sure your neck and head are relaxed. We're going to take another deep breath. Keep lifting that tailbone. And to come out, you always want to start at the neck. Just dropping one vertebrae at a time. Take your time as you come down. And then from here, we're going to take one knee. We're going to hug the knee to the chest. You can slowly peel up and extend the opposite leg. Or just relax here as you hug that knee. And then we're going to take a nice deep breath. Point that knee up towards the ceiling. Opposite hand comes the outside. We're going to go ahead and fold that knee across the body. Gently look over your shoulder for a nice lower back stretch. And again, just go where you feel comfortable. It might be just gently a couple of inches. You might be able to pick up the hip and come all the way across. And then inhaling, returning to center. We're going to switch legs. So now this leg straightens, the other leg hugs in towards the chest. Stay here and breathe, or pick up the forehead. And then lower the head. Take the top of that knee, gently fold across. One more nice deep breath, and then we're going to bring everything back to center. We're going to bring both knees in. I want you to hold on to your knees and make some circles. So those knees are gently circling around the lower back. Now reverse the directions. Just gently massaging that lower back muscle. We're going to do a nice quick stretch. So go ahead and lower your feet. Pick up your right leg. And you can reach underneath your thigh or a little higher. But we're just drawing that leg back again to deepen the hamstring stretch. Go where you feel comfortable. Just relax the foot. Maybe even make some ankle circles. We're going to take ankle over knee, and this is a pigeon pose also. It's lying pigeon. It's also a nice deep hip stretch. Extend that other leg. You can even lift up, squeezing in. Do you want a deeper stretch? And then take your time as you lower both feet, because we're going to lift the other leg up. And you're drawing the leg in towards your body. Ready, maybe extending that leg a little bit towards the sky, and then crossing the ankle to knee. But come into your hip stretch on the other side. Stay here, relax and breathe. Slowly lower both feet. And we're going to slowly lift up, coming onto our elbows. And then slowly coming up to seated position. We're going to find the middle of the mat. And we're going to take one leg in and the other out to the side. We're going to walk out the extended leg as the other arm sweeps up and over. So your fingers are reaching towards the toes. Good, and then slowly bring it back. We'll switch sides. You're walking out over that extended leg. Start slow, maybe just reaching for the ceiling. Maybe going a little deeper where we extend overhead. Beautiful, and then inhale back up. Good, bring both feet together, same thing. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. We're gonna raise the arms. So as our fingers reach towards the ceiling, I want you to think about the toes reaching up, your core being engaged. Everything is straight, the arms are straight, the legs are straight, the spine is straight. Good, so this is a very basic pose, but it's actually working the whole body, lower body, torso, and arms. So the staff pose is very challenging because it looks easy, but it's a hard pose to hold for any length of time. And then we're going to exhale, take your arms to cactus, and then drop the hands and then gently fold. So you decide, you can relax right here, or you can start to inch your way forward, coming into a deeper forward fold. Ready, go ahead and walk your hands back ever so slowly, gently rolling up. We're going to go ahead and bring the feet together in lotus so the ankles are crossed. We're sitting up really nice and tall. Good, and the wrists are resting on the knees. Think about lifting from the spine as the crown of the head rises. Good, we're going to go ahead and turn towards the right leg. We're going to exhale, fold forward. Good, and then inhaling back up. So this is a nice deep stretch for the hip and the side obliques. Now you're turning so that the shoulders are square to the knee. And then when you're ready, exhale, just gently fold. Bringing the forehead towards the knee. relaxation is the key. The more you relax, the deeper your stretch. Let's add a little twist. We're going to take opposite hand to knee. We're going to take a nice full breath. Again, looking back. Good. Inhale back to center and switch sides. Good, and then returning to center. Excellent. We're going to finish with a couple of neck exercises. We're going to begin with the shoulders coming up towards the ears. You're going to take a nice full breath, and on your exhale, you're going to let that shoulders drop. So let's do that again. Lift the shoulders, squeeze towards the ears, hold the breath, and then exhale, let it go. Let's do it one more time. Gently lift and hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale and release. Good. We're going to lower the chin to chest. We're going to raise the nose towards the ceiling. We're going to drop the chin, come to a nice neutral spine and nice straight neck. We're going to dip the right ear towards the right shoulder. We're going to take the left arm, gently lift it, drawing that stretch in the neck down the arm and right out the fingertips. When you're ready, sit up nice and tall. The outstretched arm is going to come to the opposite shoulder. We're going to look away. Take 2 to 3 more breaths. And then we're going to come back to center when you're ready. We're going to dip the other ear to shoulder. That arm is optional. When you're ready, lift the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Take the arm to the opposite shoulder. Look. Got one more nice deep breath. Good, we're going to return to center. I want you to take your hands, interlace your fingers. We're going to do one more spine stretch. We're going to extend the arms as we round the back. We're going to make some circles. And then circle the other direction. Take a nice deep breath as you sit up nice and tall. We're going to extend those arms, take them back to the floor. We're going to finish with 4 deep breaths. So we're inhaling up, palms come together just like we did at the beginning of class. Exhale to the heart center. And give me 3 more at your pace. So sweeping breath up, exhale until you get all the way back down to the heart. More. Synchronizing the breath with the movement. And as we return to heart center, we're going to take a final cleansing breath. to wish you namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Have a safe and happy rest of the day. See you next time.